The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office is issuing a safety warning before you head out on a frozen lake. Anglers we spoke with are taking note too.
We've had quite a few days of warm weather, and the sun is becoming more powerful, so that's something to keep in mind. And then it rained, which really knocked the snowpack down.
Maple Grove angler Mike Enghusen drove his truck out to the French Regional Launch on Medicine Lake to check out the conditions this week. He says he's going to be cautious and not drive onto the lake for now.
With the warm weather and the rain and everything, no, I wouldn't go out, not at all.
Enghusen says he hopes to be out on the ice next week for the last weekend of the walleye and northern pike fishing season. Every year, MnDOT names their snowplows, and this year, Osseo Middle School had a hand in picking one of those names. Students chose the name Blizzo in tribute to the Grammy-winning artist Lizzo, who gave students a shout-out this past week.
I just heard that I have won the Name a Snowplow competition in Minnesota.
A sixth grade class at Osseo Middle School came up with the name Blizzo, which received almost 15,000 votes in an annual MnDOT Name the Snowplow contest. Lizzo expressed excitement in a social media post.
To know that there is a snowplow named Blizzo that is clearing the streets of the Twin Cities right now makes my heart melt or freeze. Anyway, I want to shout out Osseo Middle School. Thank you so much for nominating moi as the recipient of this esteemed honor.
Other winners of the contest include Better Call Salt and Han Snowlow. You cannot argue against one senior at Cooper High School, at least not easily. Connor Brennison is a back-to-back state debate champion. And as CCX reporter Sarah Allen explains, debate took root at a very young age, thanks to his coach.
Long before attending Cooper High School in New Hope as a student, senior Connor Brennison was there for debate.
There was a joke that when I first went here that I already knew everything about the building because I helped run for the tournament.
As a youth, Connor would run papers back and forth for judges and help hand out awards to debate champions, never knowing that someday he would walk away with a couple of big awards himself.
Debate has made me who I am. It has helped me understand how I am as a person and how I should approach different topics.
Connor got his start in debate thanks to his parents.
We wanted the kids to do it at least once, 1 year of it, so they could see if they liked it.
The dynamic debater learned he liked it a lot.
I really like the competitive aspect of it. It may not sound like the most competitive thing ever, but when you get really into debate, you get really into debate and you want to do well. For instance, if we're taking
Not only did Connor want to do well for himself, but for his dad, who began coaching him in 8th grade.
You know that he's in the room, but he'll never say something like, oh, you messed up in front of everyone. You have to wait till you get home for that talk and be like, you can't make that argument's just not good.
As a coach and a dad, DJ says he knows the hard work Connor has put in to win consecutive championships.
And it wasn't very long after he won as a junior, right? He realized that this year, his senior year, was going to be even harder. There's something great about beating the state champion. So the pressure was higher the second time around. He had to work, twice as hard.
Coming home with a win, Connor got some well-earned bragging rights.
After I won, I definitely used the state champion line about every 1 in 3 sentences. Frankly, a little funny.
The time he's been able to spend with his dad has also been a win.
Yeah, it definitely did bring us closer.
And that's not up for debate. In New Hope, Sarah Allen, CCX News.
3 students from our area have been named as finalists for the AAA award by the Minnesota State High School League, which honors high school seniors who have a 3.0 or higher grade point average and who participate in athletic and fine arts events. On the list are Allison Marshall from Providence Academy, Gabrielle Wall from Champlin Park, and Andrew Westermeyer from Wayzata High School. 2 winners will be picked from the field of 32 finalists, and those will be announced in March. Each year, Friends of the Plymouth Library pick one book for the community to read and discuss. This year, organizers are happy to report the event is back in person, and it features an author named Matt Goldman who has local ties.
I found out recently is actually a Plymouth boy. He went to Armstrong High School and then moved out to California, and his dream was always to write novels, and he's back and he's writing novels.
The book is titled Carolina Moonset, and it's a mystery. You have 2 months either to check a copy out of the library or pick up one of the community copies at the library that are meant to circle around Plymouth.
Get the book read. If you get a community copy, it behooves you to pass it around. It's fun if people write their name or initials on the inside cover to indicate they read the book. So far, the best one we've gotten back had 11 signatures. So the idea is read books.
There's references to pickleball in the book, so there will be an informational pickleball event tied to the book, as well as a book discussion and a chance to meet the author. Those events are all in April, so you have a few weeks to check that book out and get ready to read. Some of the finest artwork from local high school students is on display at North Hennepin Community College. Students from 10 area high schools produced work for the show, and those schools include Osseo, Maple Grove, Park Center, Armstrong, and Prairie Seeds Academy. The art pieces feature a variety of mediums, including ceramics and jewelry art.
This show just proves how much talent, like you said, is out there. It also, I think, really keenly illustrates that we need places for those voices to be heard.
North Hennepin faculty will recognize one student from each school with an Artistic Merit Award. Visitors can also vote for their favorite piece through the People's Choice Award. The exhibition runs through February 24th.
It's almost playoff time for boys hockey teams. The Champlin Park Rebels have put together a pretty good regular season, and when section play starts, they'll be led by Jordan Ronn. Jason Malillo profiles the senior in this week's CCX Sports Spotlight.
Jordan Ronn leads the Champlin Park boys hockey team in points this season.
Warren through traffic. It's Duluth, and Ronn sweeps it home.
Jordan's in front of the bus, right? I mean, he's a guy that he wants to be great every night.
But at his core, the Rebels senior is a worker.
I've always had just the grit and wanted it more than others. So that's what makes me a better player than others, just wanting it more than them.
Ron centers CP's top line, flanked by players he's known most of his life.
The chemistry's just added up over time, all of the years we played together. And we just know where each other are, and the passes are just tape to tape every time almost.
It's great to play with them. We've played all the way up. I've been friends with them my whole life, so I feel like we just have a great connection.
What's amazing about Ron's offensive production, though, is he never really wanted to be a forward.
Actually, I tried yelling at my coach to let me play D in high school.
Sophomore year, he came up to me and said he wanted to play defense. And I said, listen to me, you're going to play forward, you're going to be one of the best centers in our conference.
So I just stuck it out, and I started liking it more and more every time.
Here he is, one of the top centers in the state, if you ask me.
Ron put in a lot of work to become a better skater and centerman, and prides himself on playing a 200-foot game. And even though he was a little sore about not playing defense, Ron's success as a forward might be partly a result of being a former blue liner.
Like a wide receiver playing D-back in football, right? And they understand what they're going to do, right? So at the same time, when Jordan's, attacking a defenseman, he understands, their mentality of what they're trying to do to him, and so he can kind of use that against them.
Fellow senior captain Evan Williams leads the Rebels in goals this season, and along with Ron, they've led CP to some big wins, including an upset victory over Maple Grove. Champlin Park hopes it can battle to the state tournament, but whenever the season does end for the Rebels, Jordan Ronn will be on the move.
I felt like it was a good opportunity to get my name out there, try to get some schools to look at me, and they said I'd be playing. So hopefully I can prove it to them.
Ron will finish high school online while playing junior hockey for the Aberdeen Wings in the North American Hockey League.
I talked to Jordan about it too, we're all for you going to do it, we support you. We all make sure you get your schooling done, right? Because hockey's not for others. So, he's willing to take that step and go out of his comfort zone a little bit to go achieve his goals and chase his dreams.
For now though, Jordan Ronn's dream is to lead Champlin Park to a section title and a spot at the tourney. For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Jason Malillo.
Champlin Park will play its first game in the Section 5AA tournament on Thursday. The Hopkins boys hockey team had a stretch of 4 wins in 5 games to start the month of February. The Royals hope to end the regular season on a good note as they faced off with Minneapolis.
Hopkins boys hockey playing at Minneapolis in the team's regular season finale.
No score early in the second period when Joel Hansen of Minneapolis makes a great end-to-end rush with the puck. He beats the goalie with his shot, and Minneapolis has the lead. Later in the second, Nick Nordin with a rink-wide pass to Riley Jensen. Jensen goes in and tucks the puck away for his first goal of the season. 6-1-2 hockey leads at 2-0 after 2. Third period, Will Pankratz gets this pass airborne, and it comes right to Hansen, who scores his second goal of the night and 9th of the season. Minneapolis blanks Hopkins 3-0. The Royals finished the regular season with an 8-17 record. Minneapolis is now 15-8-2. That's all for sports. More at CCX News after this.
You're home before sunrise. On top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org